anxiety disorder is characterized by severe anxiety, fear, excessive worry, even physiological symptoms, restlessness, and a whole range of different symptoms depending on the individual. It is very common in society, and in fact it affects 1 in 7 people in Australia. In some cases of generalized anxiety disorder, an individual may experience panic attacks. These panic attacks are unspecified to an event and can be triggered by an accumulation of stressful events, accumulating anxiety. This condition is highly prevalent amongst women rather than men. It can occur at any stage of your life, but it is more likely to occur beyond the age of 30. Symptoms can include worrying about appearance, career, any aspect of your life. However, there is that common what if situation which most people will experience if they are suffering from a generalized anxiety disorder. There has been significant research and speculation into the origin of generalized anxiety disorder. But the truth is, the onset of generalized anxiety disorder could happen for a number of different reasons. For example, it could be family history. So if your parents have it, you are more likely to develop anxiety disorders in the near future. An additional reason could be biological factors. For example, if there has been a change in brain functioning, this could lead to the onset of generalized anxiety disorder. And lastly, it could be due to psychological factors in which it puts a person at greater risk of developing a psychological disorder. My name is Lauren and I'm a student at University of New England studying psychology. In this video, my aim is to try and reduce anxiety levels and reduce the number of panic attacks per week. I'm going to attempt this by using behaviour modification principles. Behaviour modification analyzes and then modifies behaviour. Behaviour modification is a therapeutic approach to trying to modify behaviour. It has been developed over decades of research and has significant amounts of evidence to show that it is highly effective. Perhaps this video might be for you or for you to help someone reduce their anxiety levels and reduce the amount of panic attacks. There are high rates of people suffering from generalized anxiety that do not seek treatment. I wish to break down these steps in which I tried to reduce anxiety levels. There are a number of different ways in which you can seek help and treatment for generalized anxiety disorder. However, in the past, I found that there were limited ways of reducing it personally for me. The first step in which I implemented was to conduct an assessment. This assessment included measuring the baseline behaviour on a Likert scale. The Likert scale was a daily measurement task in which I implemented to try and record what could have caused anxiety levels to spike and what could then lead to a panic attack. The Likert scale is a survey-style assessment in which it can have 5, 7 or 9 points. It was developed in 1932, in which it has a few questions, sometimes 10 questions, and the answer to each response can include strongly disagree, disagree, moderate, agree, and strongly agree. Throughout the 4 weeks of the experiment, including the baseline, I entered a number or rating into the Likert scale daily. If a panic attack occurred or high anxiety levels were experienced, I had to jot down the symptoms and what could have induced it, the situation I was in at the time. This kind of assessment establishes a fear hierarchy and can easily distinguish what certain events could have triggered a panic attack or high anxiety levels. Step 2 is coping styles and management. If you are suffering from recurring panic attacks or high anxiety levels, you should always see a psychologist and refer to your GP often. However, managing day to day can be a challenging task and it should not take over your whole life. These skills and management tasks may not work for everyone, however, they worked for me. I found the most effective treatment was often going for a walk in the morning that could last for 45 minutes to an hour. In addition to daily exercise, I regularly partake in behavioral relaxation therapy. This kind of therapy focuses on relaxing in a meditative state and working on separate body parts and aiming to relax individually these parts of the body. This kind of therapy worked for me because it provided a helpful distraction from stressful situations such as work and uni assessments. In addition to this, daily I would listen to podcasts or audiobooks that included a meditative feeling behind it and that would aim to reduce my anxiety and to make me more conscious of anxious thoughts and things that could induce a panic attack. These panic attacks that I experienced were often, they could range from 3 to 5 a week, and that was all due to high anxiety. It was mostly due to work and uni, however, they could be completely random. The meditative podcasts helped me find another way of thinking of things. Instead of focusing on the negative aspects of a situation, such as, did I do that? Am I to blame for that? Did I not do a good enough job? It changed my way of thinking and it decreased anxiety by giving me a more positive way of thinking. I also implemented behavioral relaxation therapy and podcasts as a way of a cue to try and increase the desired behaviour. Step 3 involves social support. I implemented social support because I felt the way to success was to include others in helping me reduce anxiety and reduce the number of panic attacks per week. Step 4 is self-management. A key element of self-management is continuing the use of reinforcers and cues for the desired behaviour without the use of assessment methods such as the Likert scale. By being able to set manageable and positive goals is a key to living life with less panic attacks and less anxiety. If you should have any other questions regarding generalised anxiety disorder, I urge you to ask a GP or a psychologist. Thank you.